Hey guys, today I will be showing you how to make a closure wig, and I'll be using Deepwave. You will need your thread, your needle, and your scissors and a spandex dome cap, or you can use a mesh cap. As you can see, the dome cap is already on the mannequin. So now I am laying my closure on my mannequin. You're going to lay it about half an inch from the spandex cap and pin it down. So you're going to ensure that it is laying flat, and you will pin down the four corners of the closure. You see right there, it is half inch. So you want to ensure that the wig is not too far back. So that's the reason why you are putting your closure a little bit forward. So you ensure that your closure is well laid flat. So you can use your pin. I am just using some pins. You can use your T-pins, whatever it is that can hold down the hair. So you can see. So now it's time for the sewing. So now we're sewing. So I'm threading my thread through the needle, and now I am knotting the ends. So you knot your ends like that. Now I'm going to go with the sewing. You put the needle through the fabric, then through the closure, and you pull it. You open it. You open the thread, pull the needle through it, and you form your knot. Right there, I string the needle too long, and it's the reason why it is knotting a bit. So you have to string it at arm's length, not too long, because you will get this effect if you do it too long. So you will. I'm still going through the fabric, and here I am still going through the fabric and the closure. So you do this until you are through sewing down your closure. So I continue sewing. While sewing now, after you have to knot your thread, when you're finished with one side, you're just going to wrap it around the needle 3 times to make that knot, and then you continue sewing. Some persons don't cut the thread, they just sew right around, but I rather to cut the thread to get that flat look. Now I'm at the finish end, and right there you're going to ensure that you knot your thread so that the closure will be secure. So as you can see, I am sewing down to the end, and then I am going to knot my thread. So this is a tape measure method. So what I do is I try to outline by inch how I'm going to lay my wefts, and then I just basically just draw those lines across, and I will follow them. As I mentioned before, I will be using 3 bundles of 14-inch deep wave, and I am just sewing them on right now, and you're just going to sew them the way you prefer. I normally go under, then over. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going under, over, and I ensure that I knot my ends. So whenever you finish with one row, you knot your ends, and then you start a new row. I will also be cutting my wefts because I'm not doing the fold over method today. So I will be cutting my wefts. I also don't, after I cut my weft, I just make a knot at the end right there. I don't cut my thread. What I do is just sew up and then leave the thread hanging, and then I just use that same thread and just loop it through for the entire hair. Whenever I run out of thread in the middle, what I do is just cut the thread right where it ends and then start with a new thread. Don't mind my son right in the background right there. He's eating his dinner, and for some reason he come and sit right in the camera, right where the camera can pick him up. But don't mind him because we're just making a wig right here. As you can see, I run out of thread right there. I'm knotting it and then I'm starting fresh. Get a new thread and that's it. I'm going through again. Using the lines are so easy for me. Like it just outline where I should lay my tracks, so it doesn't throw me off. So there is none that is too far or too close. And remember guys, I am double wefting, so I am not doing single weft. I only do single wefts at the top of the hair so that it can be flat, but at the back I always do double weft. Sometimes I will use a sewing machine to sew them together, but for some reason I was too lazy to go on the sewing machine, so that's why I am just laying them together. So you can see me feeding through to ensure that I am picking up all of it. So the motion that I'm sewing in is basically in a C motion. So I lay the wefts in a C motion going round and round, and then when I reach at the top, the C's will get shorter basically. So it's a smiley face or a C motion, and the more you go around, the more smaller the C becomes. So now I am about to put that piece around the closure right there to close in the closure. I don't have any reason why I do this before I complete the hair. It's just a habit. So I just do that part and then I just catch it up into the closure amount and then continue back with the rest of the hair. So I don't have a reason why I do that part first before finishing the hair, but it's just to ensure that I lock in that part basically. Now I am back to the rest of the hair. So after putting on the closure, I just go through. So I'm basically laying my last piece right now. And I think we made a wig. So we made our first closure wig. And it is looking beautiful. So there we go. So now I am going to cut off that excess part out of the dome cap so that we can see that mesh. and then that's it. And we're just going to place it back on the mannequin head so that you can see the outcome. I'm cutting off those edges for me to have a flatter frontal look. Basically, it's a closure, but I'm going for a frontal look. So that's it. That's the wig, and here we go. I cut out some parts because the video was too long, but I am flat ironing the hair, and you know that is a deep wave. All it required is some mousse and some conditioned water, and that's what it is looking like. That's our wig. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.